Hey guys, it's Sidra. Welcome back to my channel. So, if you're watching this video, this is the first video of my brand new series where I'm going to be interviewing a whole bunch of different business owners with the main purpose to motivate everyone, inspire you guys, because I know it's a little bit hard starting a business and you don't really have anyone to ask questions about the certain business that you want to start off, especially if everyone around you is not like-minded like you. So I wanted to make sure I can at least inspire you guys with my YouTube channel through all the other amazing people that I meet just throughout my business. As you guys know, I am a photographer, so a whole bunch of my clients are business owner, branding shoots. I just meet a lot of cool people. So the person that we're gonna meet today, I felt like was perfect for the first episode, and I'm gonna obviously let her introduce herself. But the style of this video, just to let you guys know what's about to happen, we're just really gonna follow her around through her day. Kind of a Q&A styled interview so you guys can see, you know, the daily life of someone who sells hair. She sells hair, she does lashes, and she probably does some other stuff because she just does a whole bunch. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get right into the interview. So also, I want you guys to meet the cameraman of the day, Miss Janiyah. Janiyah also is a business owner. Tell us what you do.
I'm a wig and lock stylist, and I'm also a content creator on the side.
And then we're gonna have Janiyah's page up here, so make sure you follow. And then her YouTube is on the way too.
So like and subscribe.
So don't play.
Like and subscribe.
Okay,
But,
guys. Well, not bye.
Well, not
You're
bye,
about to
but
see.
We'll see you.
We'll see you in a couple minutes when we introduce our first guest of the brand new series. Okay, peace out. Hey you guys, it's your girl Shay, and you guys will be following me on my day in the life. Okay, come on you guys. Here is where the magic happens. Hey you guys, it's your girl Shay. I'm a lash tech and I sew hair. And on today's agenda, I just finished a client. I did a lash client. I'm about to take you guys with me, and we're gonna run to Hobby Lobby as I have a few things to pick up. I then have to dye some bundles. I have to take it in order. I'm waiting on 2 shipments of inventory, and then I'll take you guys on a mini tour of my home office. It's currently in the works, so don't judge me, but we're gonna get it together. Okay, you guys, so we're now at Hobby Lobby, and I need tissue paper, crinkle paper, and pampas grass. 3 things. Okay, so I need pampas grass because y'all know them signs people put in their office with the LED light and then the pampas around it. I'm doing that, but I only ordered small pampas grass, so I want some big ones. I don't even know where they at. We gonna find it though. It might be them. Oh, there they go. Oh, perfect. So the colors are like nude, white. It's a dash of pink in there. I'm not a pink girl, but it's like this little rosy pink, so that's cool. Oh, these not that big either, I don't think. Oh, I love those. Oh, no, yes, they No, that is really cute.
Dang, $6 a piece, jeez. I'm gonna just get 3.
That's why you need to go to Amazon.
I did get them from Amazon, and they was high on there, but I guess that's just how much they are.
Why are they popular?
It was like 5 for $16, but it's the big old ones, so it's okay. So I'm just... Alright, Joel, I got my pampas grass. Oh, we can take that off the list. Alright, pampas grass. Check. Dang, this store is so cute. I used to like buy ribbon and make bows when I was younger. Alright, y'all, so I found the tissue paper. It took us 5 years, but we got it. They only 99 cents. 5 grade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My pampas grass. We don't see no crinkle paper, so we can honestly go without it. I'll just order it from Amazon. Out with my camera vlogging. I be like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, you know what? I don't care. All right, y'all. So now we about to go to my house, and I'm gonna probably start on the bundles and package in boxes because it seemed like the first thing to do when I get in here. I really be like tripping about what I do next. Hey, you guys, we're at my home office. Alright guys, this is the moment that you've been waiting for. We're finally going to give you some insight on the daily life and just life in general as a business owner. So I'm going to just ask you some questions, and then let's go from there. So I know you already introduced yourself and said everything that you do, but let's just say that one more time.
Just so you can kind of explain a little bit, because I know when you say selling hair, that's pretty vague. Just so you can go into detail about that.
Okay, so for those of you wondering what it is exactly that I do, so I am a lash tech. I provide a service of lash extensions. I offer classic, volume, hybrid lashes. I typically do that Monday through Friday. My hours, I take my earliest client at 9:30, and I'll typically do my last one no later than 2:30, so I still have time to get my son, as I am a mother too. So when it comes to selling hair, I sell raw Indian hair and raw Vietnamese hair. I also appeal to other entrepreneurs, and I sell digital products, which consist of vendors. I sell my personal Vietnamese vendor. I also sell ebooks to help you guys start up your business, as well as tips and tricks on marketing. I also provide a service to other entrepreneurs, which is coaching calls. Just 30-minute calls and hour sessions where we go over whatever questions you have, and nothing is off limits.
So if someone wants to book a coaching call with you, how do they get in contact with you? And what's the process of that?
So when it comes to booking a coaching call, I do have a link tree in my Instagram bio, which will take you to everything. There'll be a box on there where you can click book a call. It'll take you to my booking site, and you then go in, you pick your date, your time, you fill out any questions you have that you know of beforehand, and then when that date and time comes up, we'll schedule a call and we'll get on the phone.
Okay, so you guys know where to reach her at. You guys are going to get some really good information, but if you want to go more in depth and really have a one-on-one call with her, you know exactly where to reach her. So, kind of piggybacking off of hair and lashes, what made you get into all of that from the first place?
Oh, that's actually a funny story. So, at the age of 16, I was so excited to work. I remember sitting in a room with my father and my brother, and I'm like, well, my father's an entrepreneur, just to give you guys a little bit of background. So I remember going to my father, I'm like, oh my gosh, I really want to work, I can't wait to work. Another important detail, he was really big in the corporate world, so I knew he had a lot of connections. So I'm talking to him like, oh, I really can't wait to work, and he just shut me down like, you don't need to work, why don't you sell something? And ever since that day, I started selling sunglasses. I believe he got me my first box of sunglasses. I don't know for sure.
That's
but
so cool.
took that box of sunglasses, sold them. I remember I sold out in a week.
Where did you sell
ever
them?
since then,
At school?
I sold them in school. So 16, I think I was I'm pretty sure I was in 10th grade at the age of 16. And it started ever since then. I went from sunglasses to jewelry to first slides. It wasn't until I had my son, I think year 2020, the end of 2020, that Black Friday, when I got into hair. But kind of been selling stuff since the age of 16.
So it just kind of snowballed off the sunglasses.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever sell candy in school?
No, but my brother did. My brother sold candy.
Aww. So your dad really kind of motivated you to just be like, you know, you don't really need a job.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I actually work in his warehouse now. That's where my shop was. So it's like a full circle moment.
Oh, yeah. That's amazing. So, it sounds like you've been doing this since like around 2020 for the selling hair portion.
Yeah.
And then how long have you been doing lashes?
I think I started lashes the summer of 2021.
Okay. So, if you were to restart your whole journey again, what would you do differently?
I feel like I definitely would have took my time. I feel like a lot of all my business endeavors, I really rushed everything. And I think with entrepreneurship, we have to understand that it's not a straight road. Further meaning, you can't look at someone else's success and say, oh, I need to be there. You have to understand you have to go through the bumps, the bridges, the twists and turns. So I remember when I first started selling hair, I had brought a vendor from someone, and I'm like, oh, well, her hair look good, so I'm going to just buy a bunch. And I remember I spent this one during COVID. So I took my stimulus check and I spent $1,200 on hair that I hated. And I say that to say I didn't take my time. I didn't understand that I had to take my time with testing a vendor. I didn't know that, you know, I didn't even have a logo yet. I just went and brought the hair because it looked good. So I definitely would have took my time. I feel like even with lashes too, that was something I rushed. I was so excited. I was taking clients, and I feel like my space wasn't comfortable. Like, I feel like now I understand the importance of like providing an experience, and I feel like I didn't have that. So definitely would have took my time a little more, and I feel like, yeah, I would have just took my time.
That's like
with
the
a lot
main
of
thing.
things. Yeah.
Just take your time and kind of do your research before you go.
Yeah, just
in.
not compare myself
And don't
to
compare your
others.
journey.
Because
Yeah,
I feel
really
like
important.
that deters your whole, like it could discourage you a lot. And sometimes when you're discouraged, your whole mind shuts down. And if you're not in a great mindset, you really can't complete whatever it is you're doing. So definitely, like, comparison is a killer, and I wouldn't do that too. I did that a lot.
That's why they say comparison is a thief of joy.
It is.
You can't compare your
You be
journey.
looking like, dang, well, why I'm not doing
But I don't
that?
have that. Yeah,
So.
everyone has their own journey. Goes through their own hardships for a reason. Like, so you can learn a different lesson. The lesson you learn, the next person might not need that in their journey.
Can I jump on the knowledge? So I think you had said something about knowledge. And another thing is, knowledge is definitely everywhere. We walk around with our phones in our hands all day. And I think sometimes a lot of people think, like, once they get to a certain point, they don't have to do any more research. YouTube is free. YouTube University. TikTok, a lot of people drop a lot of gems on there. Webinars, I've even paid and sat in webinars. I've even sat in free webinars, took a lot of notes, and I feel like without, no matter what point I am in my career, there's always room for improvement. And improvement, you just really have to keep sitting and research whatever field you're in. Like, it's always new knowledge. There's always new tips and tricks. The algorithm is always changing. Everything is just changing by the second.
The knowledge part that you just said was literally spot on, because if someone comes into any type of game, like the hair game, any type of business, who has a mindset that they constantly need to learn something new, they might be ahead of someone that's already 5-6 years in the game, just knowledge wise. Because some people who are already into it feel like, oh, I already have a good clientele, I don't really need to learn anything new. But when you have that knowledge, different experiences, different stuff comes to you. Yeah, I just wanted to piggyback off that, because that's a great just statement in general. You do a lot of stuff at once. You have a son, you do lashes, you do hair. How do you manage everything, healthy work-life balance?
So actually, I'm still trying to figure that
out. Work on that? Okay. Yeah, not everything is perfect.
So one thing I did see that helped me was just creating a set schedule. So I did explain earlier with lashes, like, I know I can't take anyone typically later than 2:30 because I know I have to go get my son at a certain time. But on the days I do lashes, sometimes I have to come home and do things in my home office because that 9 to 5 block doesn't work for me. So lately I started taking off on Mondays just so that I can take that day to do stuff in my home office. Because I try to come home and give my time to my child and my family, but sometimes I do come sit down here and I be like, hold on 1 second, or, it's just a lot. I'm end up going to sleep. Gotta respond to emails, text, DMs. I'm creating content in my bed, so I'm still trying to figure that out. But another thing I did was you could preset your do not disturb on your phone. So I preset my phone to turn off, go on do not disturb from 6 to I think 8:30 in the morning. So that kind of helped me too, because if I see a DM, somebody asks me a question, I'll go answer. You're gonna answer. That's me. So that kind of helped me a lot. But yeah, so I started leaving my weekends for my kid, and I started taking off on Mondays from lashes. So while he's at school, I can get a lot done in the house. But I'm still trying to figure that out. It's definitely hard, especially when I'm the only person, in my team. So eventually I do want to add on like staff, like a what is it? An assistant. I definitely want to reach out and do that. Maybe sometime next year, but I'm still trying to figure it out. Yeah,
I can definitely relate. Because I feel like I just now started to have like a routine. So I started planning my days out, like time blocking. Have you ever time blocked your days? Or I know not everyone can do it because sometimes your days just are random and they just don't
now will do, like, if I want to batch create content, I'll be like, okay, on Thursday I'm gonna take off from lashes and I can batch create everything. That's how, if that's what you were talking about. Yeah.
I feel like just some type of structure is definitely gonna help. But I definitely understand you, and I feel like you can't have that perfect work-life balance, especially being the only person on your team.
Then I'm like a workaholic.
Yes,
I'll be on vacation. I'll make an announcement like, I'm not responding to nothing, I'm on vacation.
And then you still...
And I'll be like, oh wait, I'm in a pool. I'm like, oh wait, let me have my phone. And I'm responding to an email. Like,
I definitely agree. Somebody's been doing it for so long, you're so used to it. You're so used to it. But as long as you're trying, because I feel like you do need to try at least just for your mental health. Like
Yeah.
Just so you have some time. So from me just following you on social media, I can tell that you're kind of a pro just at marketing on social media, and you kind of have a good rhythm going. So what are your major tips on someone who wants to grow their social media and their brand at the same time?
Okay, so I definitely feel like a nerd when it comes down to the Instagram algorithm. I can't tell you about no other platform. But Instagram, one major takeaway I would say is Reels. Reels are very trendy right now. Instagram is competing with TikTok. So the more Reels you make, the more they're pushing it because they want all you TikTokers to come over to Instagram. So I would say whatever videos you have, instead of posting it to your page as a regular video, definitely utilize the Reel option and pay attention to those trending sounds. I try to use trending sounds that have no more than maybe like 6,000 videos attached, only because the more videos, the sound is just way too oversaturated, and it might not get pushed too much. And then stay on top of trends, and the algorithm changes a lot, so you kind of have to pick up and pay attention. That's why I say knowledge and research. Do your research, pay attention. Sometimes I call this work, but I'll just sit and scroll, see what the algorithm is like. Maybe last week Instagram loved those 5-second videos really quick. Maybe next week they might like the behind the scenes 15, 30-second videos. Text on the screen might be trending one week, then it's not. So it kind of goes really up and down, but I feel like when you pay attention and you know what to look for, it becomes a little easier. Another thing would be utilize your professional dashboard. You can always find that right under your bio on your account, and it'll take you to what time your followers are most active, how many followers you have. It'll tell you what age group they are, and that'll help you better understand who you're selling to. Another thing when it comes to social media, I would say always let your followers feel involved in what you're doing. Meaning, allow them to understand that they have a voice. So utilize the poll option in your InstaSnap, utilize the question box, just have a conversation with them. I feel like when it comes to any business or entrepreneurship in general, I feel like we rely heavily on marketing and referrals, and I want to say really marketing and relationships. Without building those relationships, you have no referrals. So I always tell people to try to provide an experience as much as you can, because that's what helps build that relationship. So I feel like that would be my main takeaways.
Yeah.
I really want to host a class on marketing. I really love marketing.
I think you should, because I feel like you've gotten a lot of growth on Instagram.
Yeah, I feel like it came overnight.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing, utilize Instagram and Facebook ads. You could set whatever price you want to use. You could start small. You could do $5. Sometimes I do 30. Sometimes I do 5. Sometimes I want to do another one, just like something in my head. But I want to spend a lot of money on one and see how that goes.
How it goes. Yeah. Me too. I just do like $15. Like,
but I'm gonna put it in my budget. But Instagram ads definitely take you far, and just let Instagram do the work. Like when you set up your ad, they'll have preset options for you, and Instagram know what they're doing. They know your algorithm, they know your followers, they know what you post and what you're into. So I would definitely say just utilize Instagram ads. They help me grow a lot, and you might find your next customer that way. So
when you do your Instagram ads, do you do the custom audience, or you do automatic and let them
automatic. Let Instagram pick for you.
Oh, I try to do my own. I should try that automatic.
Try to automatic.
Because I feel like they'll just show it to anybody, like in the state.
No, I feel like Instagram knows your audience.
Oh, I'm gonna try that. See,
they know your algorithm, who follows you. Like they take account of everything. So a lot of your followers, they're gonna send it to people who are like them, like their age group. You know, their mutual followers.
But if you sell hair, is it just gonna show it to people who also sell hair? Oh, that's what I thought.
It'll show it to people like your followers.
Okay.
So although although other entrepreneurs follow me, they're still part of my target audience. So like, you do photography, so like maybe other photographers will follow you. Yeah. But it's because you're putting out content that they enjoy. Okay. So yeah, I would just say let Instagram do the work. They do a pretty good job.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. That's a good tip. Okay, so next question. What is your favorite thing about being a business owner?
I think my favorite thing will probably have to be, I guess, just the freedom I have. Freedom I have in terms of knowing what I'm going to do that week. And if I needed to, just freedom in my schedule. I feel like that's something a lot of us take for granted or seems so small. But I think that would be my favorite thing. And then my other favorite thing would definitely be the fact that a lot of people actually DM me, text me, email me, and tell me that I inspired them. I think that's actually one of my favorite things. Just knowing that people are watching me, I'm inspiring the next entrepreneur. Like, that actually means a lot to me. I don't know if people say that and they think I just look at it, but I really actually enjoy the fact that people are watching me. Just in a good way. Like, they're watching me, I'm inspiring them, I'm pushing them to start something that may change their lives. Like, I just really enjoyed that.
Okay, that was a great response because it goes right into my next question. So, what do you think your purpose is?
Oh, okay. So, Alright, Cedra, don't make me cry now. Purpose is something that I've kind of tapped into, I want to say maybe over the summer, maybe like May to be exact. I really started tapping in with, okay, somebody just get a little religious. So, I do believe in God, and I started tapping in with him a lot, meaning having more conversations with him, asking him, you know, like, what is my purpose here on earth? Like, am I completing my mission? Am I, you know, doing, you know, just following in the path that you have for me? And lately, it's been so many signs that have led me to believe that my purpose is to like teach, inspire, motivate, and just give back to the community in any way I know how. And I feel like a lot of the times that's shown through entrepreneurship. So, can I tell the story?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so it's so funny because, alright, so I'm on vacation in July. I'm sleeping in a hotel room. And I had this very vivid dream that I was supposed to be on somebody's TV screen somewhere. It didn't show me what I was doing or anything like that. I just saw that I was on TV and there was a camera in my face. Mind you, this July. When did you contact me? I think Cedra contacted me like, oh.
I have the text. Hold on. It was. I think it was. Let me see.
But Cedra contacted me literally not too long ago. I really want her to find a date though, because it's crazy. I'm about to tell y'all. I think I literally have a screenshot of the dream. Like, I texted my homegirl like, yeah.
Monday, August 21st at 5:36 p.m.
Right. So literally Monday, August 21st. All right. So I was attending a church at the time, and I got cool with the pastor. So I haven't talked to her, like I haven't been back to that church in a while. And that same day, I'm sitting in the car driving. Something was like, call her. Like, just call her.
The pastor?
Yeah. While I'm on the phone with her, I'm literally on the phone crying. Like, yeah, I think, I think I'm finding my purpose. And I'm telling her about the dream, how I'm supposed to be on the screen. And why Cedra texted me this long paragraph about being in this interview. And when I tell y'all, I just broke down. I just started crying like, oh my gosh, because this is such a full circle moment. Like, I swear that was in the dream. Like,
but pause. It's because, so I got that idea that day, probably like, because I texted you at 5. Thought about it on the way to my photo shoot, so I really thought about it at like 3. And I was like, if I don't text her today, I'm not going to text her, and then I'm just not going to do it. Like, it's just going to be an idea. So I just wanted a series where other business owners can just watch, their peers and listen to advice, because I know my journey, like starting off, I didn't really have anyone to talk to, and I had to figure everything out myself.
I feel like it's so easy now.
Yeah, and starting off and you feel a tiny bit of discouragement. I feel like I just wanted to start this just to help people. If someone wants to do hair, like sell hair, and then just talk to other people so at least one person can relate. That's why the idea came to my mind. But when I thought about it, the only person I thought to interview was you. So I feel like the fact that came in my mind, and the only person I thought to interview first was you, and then you were thinking about that.
I'm literally on
It's like the thoughts were aligned. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's literally a full circle moment.
Yeah.
So I just feel like my purpose is a little more clear now than ever, and I feel like this is literally just a stepping stone into something. I might just literally be on somebody's screen. Like, this is literally like a door opening.
Yeah.
I'm literally sitting here with Cedra, like, this is me putting my foot in a door that might change my life.
Just putting some action into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I asked you what your favorite thing about being a business owner is. So what are the cons? That everyone likes to glorify being a business owner. They only want to talk about the the pros. No one wants to talk about the cons.
I got a couple.
So, and we already had some type of cons
Got a
today, but
couple.
everything is working out. So,
Okay.
just give us some insight on that. Not to be negative,
No,
but, you know, to give everyone
just
the
being
pros
very
and cons.
transparent.
Just be real.
The biggest con would be like just experiencing burnout. So, like I told y'all before, sometimes it's hard to find that work-life balance, and a lot of the times I might find myself really physically and mentally tired, and that causes me to not perform well. So when I do feel that burnout, I'm not gonna lie, I might sit in my room, lights off, door shut, blackout curtains, like, because it affects you mentally. So like she said before, I really have to understand how to find that balance, because if you don't, you could definitely experience burnout, and that's not a great feeling at all. So it's something I'm definitely working on, but burnout would be something I definitely don't like. And then another thing I also don't like, I don't know if I want to say it, y'all might beat me up about it, but I actually don't like the rude customers, only because I feel like I definitely try really hard and I am just one person. And I understand a lot of people won't understand that, but I think I try to be very respectful and I try really hard, and I think I put a lot of things in place. But I don't know, I think sometimes that is a lot, because I think sometimes people forget you're just human. And I understand, like, there's big brands like Walmart, Target, and things like that, but you have to understand, like I said, I'm just one person and I'm still a small company trying to be something great. So I think sometimes just that, like, yeah, people just not giving business owners grace, like sometimes that can affect you. But like, I could have a good day and somebody hit my phone so mean, and I'll be ready to cry, like, oh my gosh, but I probably just need some tougher skin.
Yeah.
But that do be hurting my feelings, because I be like, dang, I'm really trying over here. But that's probably maybe my only two big things.
Yeah. Relate on the burnout, because if you're burnt out, the next day comes and you still have work to do.
Yeah,
so if you're not doing that work
can't.
and the next day comes, you're behind.
We can't call out.
Yeah, and if you don't
We put
answer
in
that
PTO.
person, if you don't answer that person, now it's been a whole nother day. And it might feel like the day was so quick, but the person on the other side is
They been
waiting
waiting
for your
all day.
response.
Yeah.
So that's also something that I need to work on too. You just have to be intentional and kind of put yourself first sometimes. Once you're burnt out, you kind of have no motivation. Like, you just want to,
Yes,
you just want to sleep.
sit
Like,
in that bed.
you don't even want to go on your phone and text people back. Like, but at the end of the
Because
day,
you're mentally not there.
you're not there. Like, I feel that so hard. But that goes with just a healthy work-life balance. So I feel like that's something that we all need to work on. Like, we're all not perfect, but just being intentional about it will definitely help. So I know you've already accomplished a lot just in a short period of time, but just looking at the future, where do you see yourself within 5 years, your major goals, everything like that?
So I try not to put a time limit on my success, I guess, only because I feel like I'm a person where if I set a time goal, I'm gonna honestly stress myself out and get myself
Trying
anxiety.
to get it done by that time.
And then I also feel like what I might have planned for me in the next 5 years might be something totally different than what God has in store for me. So I try not to do that, but I definitely know I want my business to grow in terms of staff and a team, having a team. So that's something I definitely see for myself. I also want to have commercial real estate. So whether there's a storefront or suites where I'm subleasing to other entrepreneurs for their businesses, I feel like that's something I definitely want to step my foot in. Another thing would be I definitely want to branch out and have a whole nother community of entrepreneurs where we come together, whether it's at webinars, which is virtually, or in person, maybe annually. But I feel like I definitely, like I coming back from the break, I think I was touching base on the fact that I actually find passion in helping other entrepreneurs. That's just something I really enjoy, and I feel like to build a community for us all to connect and bounce ideas off each other. Like Cedra said, like, we didn't have that when we were starting out. So to hand that on to the next generation of entrepreneurs, like, I think that's just something very great.
Just to be a good resource to other people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, stepping into my purpose.
Yeah. Going off what you said though, for the salon suites.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I agree with you. That is something I want to do too. And I'm going to a conference in October in Atlanta for a salon suites
for real?
conference. Yeah, I'm going with my
They
sister.
got tickets.
Yeah.
Alright, send me that.
I'll send it to you.
I didn't even know they had. See? They got all this stuff now.
We're wrapping up, but we have 2 questions left, and they're 2 really good questions. So, I'm going to do the first one. What are your tips for finding the right hair vendor and red flags from a vendor, just from your experience, if you have any?
Okay. Let's start with red flags. So I don't have too many, but my main red flag would be if the vendor doesn't want to video chat with you. So when it comes to vendors, I always video chat with them before I even make a purchase. I like to video chat because a lot of the times you will run into scammers, and to be able to just see the warehouse, see where the hair is stored, if you even have hair, I feel like that's a big takeaway. And when it comes to any business, I'm going to drop this gem. You want to build what's called the know, like, and trust factor. So first people have to know you, then they have to like you. And once they like you, they know you, they'll end up building that trust with you. So if I feel like I can't FaceTime you to see where the hair looks like, where it's stored, where it's coming from, I no longer trust that brand. So that's not someone you would want to spend your money with. Another thing I would say is when they're pressuring you to hurry up and buy. 9 times out of 10, that's pretty scammy, because you have to understand that it's hair. Like, it's coming from across the country. It's sometimes you're not making those small purchases. So the pressure of hurry up and pay, I would just say avoid that too. But I feel like those would only be my main ones, because I don't really run into too many scams. But definitely that. And when it comes to finding a good vendor, I would say more so when you get the hair, it's just a series of tests you want to go through. But it also determines if you're going to do raw hair or virgin hair. So I can't really speak too much about the virgin hair because I'm not too familiar with it. But I know when it comes to raw hair, you definitely want to make sure it's single donor hair, which just typically means it's coming from one person's head. Another thing is, in order to determine that, when you bleach the hair, it should easily process to 613. Be aware of like filler hair. You want to make sure there's not many of that in your hair. Really, you want to make sure it's not any at all. When the hair comes, does it have a chemical process smell? That'll let you know if the hair is raw or not. No raw hair should be processed in any way. Another way to tell that would be if you use a clarifying shampoo and it turns white. You want white suds. If the suds turn pink, it's processed. And again, that's for raw hair brands. So I'm only speaking on what I'm familiar with. Another good thing you'll want to pay attention to is their processing time. When you place your order and you pay for it, how long does it take you to get the hair? I do have a really good vendor right now that I'm very excited about. The hair just takes a long time to come, which is fine for me because I really love the quality, but it does take me a long time to get my hair. So sometimes as soon as I place that order and it ships, I might turn around and place another one. So that's something that's bad though, because I have to hurry up and keep placing hair before I even get in my return on the first batch. So that's something you kind of want to pay attention to. For example, my Vietnamese vendor, they typically ship my hair like this. But when it comes to my Indian, I'm typically waiting a long time, which is something sometimes I really don't like that. But I feel like those would be my main ones. Oh, and a clear line of communication. I feel like if we can't thoroughly communicate about my order, then I kind of feel like I don't want to do business with you, especially because, like I said, this is coming from across the country. I can't just pull up and be like, hey, I don't like this. Can we do something about this? So like I said, I like to video chat and FaceTime. I like to text, send pictures. Like, let me see my hair before you send it. I don't know. I'm just very picky about what I sell. So I like to have that clear line of communication. But I feel like that would be it.
Yeah, that was a lot of good information. I think that's really helpful. Last question. This whole conversation has really been about business. Just to let everyone kind of know you a little bit better, just personal. What do you like to do outside of hair and lashes, just outside of being a businesswoman? Also, adding to that, what are some personal goals that you have for yourself as well?
Okay. Personal things I like to do. Honestly, I'm still trying to figure that out. Mm-hmm. It sounds funny. I'm 22, but I'm still trying to figure out what I like, what I don't like. Mm-hmm. I did go out this weekend, and I went to like a lounge. It was cool, but I don't really like crowds. So stuff I like. I really like to do like leisure activities, like maybe go to the zoo.
Yeah, me too.
I don't even like walking around in the mall if we being honest,
Yeah.
but I'll go to the movies. Like I just like really chill, low key stuff. Or I really like to hang in the house with my homegirls. We might be on my deck eating some crabs. Like that's kind of my vibe. And then personal goals. I definitely want to own residential property. I want to own my first home. If not, again, I don't like setting time frames. But at least within 5 years, like I want to be out my mom's house and purchasing my first home. You do real estate now. I might call it Cedra. But I don't know. It sounds funny, but I really don't try to set too many crazy goals. But I definitely know, like personally, I do have some written in my book. I know weight gain. I've always been a tiny person. I've always weighed like 105 my whole life. So my end goal for weight was 120, and I just hit 119.
Okay.
So that was a personal goal of mine. Definitely own a home soon, and then just right now I'm really just focusing on my credit score and things like that. So I guess I have a lot of financial personal goals.
Yeah.
Oh, and getting closer to God. I just started going to church every Sunday, so that's. I wouldn't call it a goal, but again, that's something I like to do. I actually make it a whole thing. Come home from church, go over my church notes, watch a sermon. So that's kind of what my Sundays have been looking like. But that sounds a little boring. But
no, it doesn't at all.
But yeah, hey y'all, it was really, really nice talking to you guys today. Sure, Cedra's gonna plug some more clips in about what we did today, but. This is actually great. Yeah. I enjoyed it. I did get a little nervous, y'all. Oh my god.
So was I.
I had a camera sitting in my face all day, but it was really cool. I thank Cedra for allowing me to sit in on this opportunity today. Whoever's next, I pray that you do a great job, and I pray that this goes great. Like,
me too. Thank
I'm
you
pretty
so
sure
much.
it'll be a whole world of new things for you.
I can't wait. Thank you so much. So you guys are gonna see some other clips. Probably. Hopefully if her hair came, we can show you some hair and just kind of go through that process too. So everything else you guys are going to see, just part of her day as well. And then, yeah, this was really just the interview part so you guys can also get some knowledge. You guys were looking to get in the hair world if you want to sell hair. I really hope this helped you out. I think she was a perfect person to talk to you guys today. And yeah, stay tuned for the rest of the video. And yeah, okay.
Thank you.
You go bow for the result, though. Nothing to discuss, cause I did one by default and without any doubt, though. I'm a me happy adult, though. I no go feed the girl, I no go feed the girl, it's out, though. I'm a mind that's you can talk, though. I put my life into my job and I know I'm in trouble. She manipulate my love, oh. I know holy, and I know that devil. Like the Baba fly, oh. My eye, oh. Don't cry, oh.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I want to thank Shay for coming out and being the first guest. Please stay tuned for the next video. And I'm going to leave all her contact information, all her socials, everything on the screen. Also in the description.
Thanks for having me, Cedra. I had a wonderful time. It was very nice speaking with you and your audience. And I hope to see some of you guys soon. And I hope to see you on the screen again.
Bye, guys. Peace out. That's it.